what we're going to do today is we're going to tell you why you're playing Duelist wrong or why your friend is playing Duelist wrong. So you can actually send this video to your friend and be like, hey, man, frickin' engage. Because nobody, you ever play those games with people and they're playing Phoenix and they're just baiting everybody, dude? We're going to talk about what a duelist is, what makes them a duelist, and how they're supposed to be played. Just as a general rule. There are some duelists that can do different things, and we're going to get into that. But we're going to start out with your boy, Phoenix, okay? Exciting? He's like the basic duelist, right? So we're playing as Phoenix, right? So what is Phoenix's thing? What is like the niche with duelists? Basically, duelists, like the reason that they are a duelist is because they have abilities that are going to directly influence the combat in that moment, right? So you're gonna have characters like Raze, for example. She could throw grenades. That's awesome. It'll do damage. That'll kill people sometimes. You'll have like the C4. You have the boom bot that'll run at people and do things. You have Phoenix, for example. He has his flashbangs. His flashbangs are very strong. They're very good utility. Same thing with Reyna. Reyna will throw out her like a little blind thing. That is basically what makes her a duelist. And she also has her heal and stuff. That is what she does, right? Same thing with Jett. Jett's a little bit more vague because she has her dash and stuff, and her mobility is kind of what makes her a duelist. But for the most part, it's not like like she is a duelist, right? But basically, all the duelists have things in their kit that are going to help them in combat, right? Another thing that you're going to notice with duelists is a lot of them lack utility that is going to help their team in combat, right? So for the most part, Phoenix can flash for people, but like his molly isn't going to be like an assisting, like he's not going to be smoking off a location for his team. He has his wall, which helps for that, right? But for the most part, he is a fairly selfish character, right? The way that he is useful to a team, though, is that with his selfishness, it actually aids him in doing things like this and being selfless in a way where he'll like enter the site and like be the first one in. So that means that he has the ability to actually make these trades, make these encounters with these players, and enter the site first, right? That's awesome that he can do this, right? But a lot of the times, what you'll see instead is that these players, instead of entering the site, what they'll do is they'll be the last one to enter the site because they're too afraid to freaking do it, dude. You are picking a character that is intended to be the first one into the site, onto the map with the things and the stuffs, right? It is your job to entry. That is your job as a duelist. So as Phoenix, a lot of the times, as we were talking about, people are afraid to use their ultimates in the games. If you have your ultimate, you can just use it to help your team get onto the site. This is going to give you info at the very least. You can come in, and even if you don't get a kill with this, you're going to locate the location of a player, right? Oh, they're playing back site. They traded me, right? But that's awesome because maybe my team pushed in with me. Maybe my team was behind me. That was a free life, right? I came in, I died, but we got the trade. That's awesome. Or I got information on where they were playing. That's really cool. Or you can flashbang in. That player will be blinded. Even if you get traded in this scenario, your teammates are back there to back you up. You are supposed to be the first one onto the site as a duelist, as a general rule of thumb. That's not always 100% the situation. As Phoenix, though, this is how you will generally do it, right? Something that you can do that's very helpful on Phoenix, by the way, I don't have another character in the game to like showcase this. This is something I've been utilizing a lot after I saw it in the TSM games on Haven, is if there's like a Brimstone smoke down, or for example, if there's a Viper who's using her smokes to block off entryways, what you can do to actually counterplay this is you can push up into that smoke as Phoenix, and you can actually like wall out of it, or you can just flashbang out of it, right? And this will give you a safe location where you can actually use this wall. This wall is going to be dangerous to use in any situation, right? Because you're going to be a little bit exposed if you want to actually wall off an area. You can curve it, but it's still fairly exposed, right? If somebody peeks me from right there, that's going to be kind of dangerous. I guess you could use it like from right here, hypothetically, but like that's not an amazing wall necessarily. But you can kind of use these things to enter sites, and this is why the wall doesn't last a super long time. It's not a Viper wall. He's not a controller, right? He's meant to get the team onto the site with a wall like this. And now they're moving in. The sight line is covered, right? He is leading the way with this charge. He's generally the first one to enter the site with this wall, right? Phoenix is your base example of a duelist. Yeah, I think he's one of the most user-friendly characters because with his ultimate, he can do whatever he wants, right? He gets that free life. It's less intimidating to play a character like this. But we're gonna go into a character like Jett, for example. Let's go look at Jett. Jett can be used in a couple of different ways. So if you are playing Jett, and for example, you're going to be the opper of the team, it's not necessarily your job to always enter onto the site, right? Maybe if you're using the op, you probably don't want to be the first one to the site. That would probably make sense, right? But if you are playing Jett, and you are playing her as a duelist or as a rifler, so all you freaking filthy Jett mains out there, you know who you are. You know if I'm talking to you. You know if this is your friend who's been playing Jett and stuff. If this is Jordan, for example, to have a talk with them, right? Because if they are rifling and they're sitting back and they're waiting for you to make the moves, they're waiting for you to do all the things. This is Jett's entry tool, right? Her smokes don't last very long, so off the top she can actually throw them down. She'll utilize them like the same way that a Phoenix wall would kind of work, similar fashion, right there, right? And people can kind of hide behind these things, which is kind of scary. But the thing that makes Jett so strong, like the counter to what would be like the Phoenix flashbang for Jett, would be her dash right here, right? So if you have a player who's playing close over here, You don't know where they are. You've cleared up to this point. They could be, if you're like right here, right? You know that they're either back site. They might be over there. Probably not really. They could be in this corner. They could be in this corner, right? But for the most part, you know that they're not in this area, right? You could probably smoke off garage. This is something that you could do. Now you don't have to worry about garage when you do this, and you could just dash onto site, right? And people are thinking, well, that's kind of weird. You're kind of just throwing yourself into the enemy team. The reason that this is so helpful is because if your team is following you in this position, if this guy's playing right here and he's holding this angle and a Jett dashes out into the site, he has to choose whether he wants to fight this Jett or whether he wants to fight the guy behind the Jett. This is why Jett's strong in this situation. This is what her entry tool is. This is how she gets onto the site, right? This is how she helps her team. In this situation, her gun does take a second to come out, so she's not going to be like dashing all over the place, like killing people. Especially if you doesn't your ulti pull out faster? I think it does, as opposed to like your gun. I don't actually know. I don't really play a ton of Jett, but this is her entry tool, right? That is what she does, and it's okay in this situation. If you entry like this, you get the trade and you die. Oftentimes for the offense, the trade is going to be better for the offense, right? So it's okay to get traded. Understand that as a duelist, that is partly your job. Partly your job is to be the one who gets traded, right? And beyond that, Jett doesn't really offer much to the team. So once she does get traded, like your team doesn't really lose much, right? If you have the Brimstone who's entering the site, you lose that Brimstone ultimate. If you have the Sage who's entering the site first and she's the one who gets traded, you lose the Sage res. Aside from like with Jett, if you have the Jett entry onto the site and she gets killed, you lose her knives, which is nice. You lose maybe a little bit of smoke utility. Maybe you lose the ability to play off angles like this. But for the most part, those aren't as valuable as a Sage res or a Brimstone ultimate or something like that, right? The other way that you could play Jett is rather than playing her as a duelist, you can play her as like the designated opper. In which case you're still pretty much the one peeking, right? But the reason that you are the one peeking, you'll be peeking these longer angles and you'll be playing this stuff, is because you have the trade denial, right? I can come in here and I can peek this angle, and if I take the shot or I see somebody, I can actually just dash out and I'm not going to get traded in this situation. And that's okay. If you're going to be playing her as an opper, you're probably not going to be the one engaging. Oftentimes you'll see people playing on a team with like Phoenix or something like that. If you're looking for Jett mains to watch, I would recommend watching Bordel or Mixwell. Those are the two people that I named earlier. But for the most part, if you're playing Jett as an opper, you're not going to be the one dashing onto the site, which is okay. That being said, you do have your ultimate in this situation, so you actually can still do that very frequently. But what in your opinion is the best duelist right now? It's probably Phoenix or Jett. Maybe Raze. I don't know. I think the Raze gets the thing accomplished in a different way. And let's talk about that, right? We talked about how Jett does entry. We talked about how Phoenix does entry. Phoenix uses his flashbangs. Reyna is going to be fairly similar, but we'll go over her as well. What is it that makes Raze more of a duelist, right? Because in a lot of ways, Raze is kind of like a sentinel. So with the way that she uses her nades and stuff, it's more used to control areas than it is to actually like enter the site and like kill people, right? I'm not going to be running in here with my nade and throwing it like that and hoping to get the kill on the player. I mean, like maybe if they're hiding in like a dumb position or something, I'm going to nade them out, and that'll be really helpful. And that's like kind of nice to have her there. But like hypothetically, you could also have a Brimstone do that with his molly, right? Or you could like you could have Brimstone use it with his ultimate. So does that make Brimstone a duelist? Not really. So Raze's entry tool, the more I've played her, the more I realize this, is going to be her boombot. That's going to be like her strongest entry tool right here. And this is why I think that Raze is probably one of the weakest as a duelist, but I think that she has a lot of other values to the team. But if I'm going to be entering a site and I want to use my boombot to enter the area, this boombot, if that locks onto anybody, they're going to have to choose whether they want to shoot to kill the boombot or they want to actually shoot at me, right? So if the boombot's coming in, it's applying that pressure, and you can actually make that trade right there, and that's going to be really helpful for you. The other way that Raze is a duelist is going to be her ultimate. I think that this is the second best way, or like the best way. I guess it's like her ultimate, so it's the best, but it's not usable every single round, so it doesn't really make her a duelist every single round in that regard, right? But if you wanted to use your rocket, that was terrible, sorry. To enter a site, you can kind of use that, and you can kind of go and you'll get that trade. That's pretty much a guaranteed trade if you do see somebody with this. So the rocket is a very useful tool in that way, right? But aside from that, she doesn't have anything crazy to enter onto sites, right? She's not going to be throwing her nade as a flashbang, or to like if she sees somebody in a corner, she'll like use it to weed them out. So if somebody's hiding in this corner right there, she can like nade them right there. That's pretty much a free kill in that scenario. But for the most part, she's not doing anything crazy with these guys. Her boombot is basically her entry tool, right? If you wanted to be Raze though, and you wanted to entry onto a site, right? So maybe you want to clear out this half. You're going to use your boombot. That's going to peek over there. If that locks onto anybody, then you can shoot them. If it doesn't lock onto anybody, then you can like go to a different way. Maybe that's like something that you could do. I don't think that Raze is the traditional duelist, like I said, but I think that she actually can get the job done, and that's basically how you would do it. Raze's more value is generally in plant denial, which is one thing on defense. Other than that, it's just an area denial, right? So if somebody's playing for the back, for like a back of a site, like we've talked about, you can nade them out. You can throw your rockets. You can use C4s in this situation. You can kind of stall pushes. as Raze. Something I was doing, I was playing on Garage earlier, and whenever they would use a flashbang to get into Garage, I would bounce this nade right here, and that would bounce right into the doorway. They're not pushing that. That's gonna completely negate the flashbang and everything. Raze is so OP, I hate it. I wouldn't say that she's OP, but I think that she has her values, right? Now we talked about this nade, how this is gonna stop them from pushing. After that nade's gone, that value's gone. It's not like a stage slow. It doesn't linger for 6 seconds. After that nade is blown up, that is gone, right? You can satchel boost onto the same site, onto the site the same way as Jett. Yeah, you can use your satchel the same way as Jett. It's just not as effective. It's a little bit more clunky, but it does work the same way as Jett, where you can kind of just like throw yourself in if you do want to do that, right? It's not quite as quick as Jett, but it's still effective. You can still get the job done. I think that her rocket works the best for the most part, but I don't think that Raze is necessarily the best duelist in this regard. For the record, I'm not saying that Raze is bad, by the way. I think that what Raze does, no other character does as well as Raze, which is the thing that they've tried to accomplish within creating these characters. When they make a character, they want that character to have some sort of identity, and that's Raze's identity, right? She's a very lethal character, and she's very punishing for the positions that a lot of people will play, which is awesome for Raze. I think that she does that, and she does it very well, and this is a very useful thing to have on your team. I just think as far as a duelist goes, though, if you're going to be picking duelist, you're probably better off picking a Phoenix or Jett. That's my opinion. I think Jett even might be on the weaker side of a duelist. I think that she does very well as an AWPer, but as far as a duelist goes, I think that Phoenix is probably the best duelist. We're gonna switch to Reyna here. So basically with Reyna, the thing that's gonna set Reyna apart from the other guys is that her blind is gonna be. This is actually like really helpful as a team, because it doesn't actually blind your teammates. It's not like a Phoenix flashbang, so you can't actually mess it up in that way. But it is shootable. So it's kind of weaker in that regard. But the thing that sets Reyna apart is that she's like the fragger, right? She can actually heal up a lot after she gets kills. Like she's always at full health. She has the trade denial that Jett has, but she has like the ability to kind of pop off with it. Like, you know, like Jett's, she gets it once, but then she has to like kill 2 people to get it back. Reyna just has that like built into her kit all the time. So it's like really cool when you do end up killing somebody and you're able to kind of like poke in, get some information, and then poke out, and then you can do that like safely. I think that this is probably a really useful way to use it, and I don't see enough Reynas like abuse this ability. But for the most part, Reyna's kit is fairly useless to a team, and this is why you see like Reyna doesn't actually get used too much in professional play. The difference between like a Reyna and a Jett, right, is that Jett has that trade denial, but she also has that she has the ability to play these off angles, and then she also has the smokes, and her smokes are actually pretty useful. You can smoke a location for like 7 seconds. Same thing with Phoenix. He has his ultimate, which is just incredibly strong. It's a free life. It gets you a lot of different information, like that's incredibly awesome. And then like we talked about with Raze, her area denial is just so incredibly strong that she gets that accomplished like very effectively as a player, right? Reyna doesn't really do anything crazy other than kill people. That's like what she does, right? And like even with killing people, she can still get traded the same as any other character, so it's not really like a massive deal, right? She's more of a pub stomper. So as far as her flashes go, they're pretty strong, and this is your entry tool. If you haven't figured it out, you entry in and you can place your flash, and then when you shoot somebody, if you do get the trade, what I would recommend with Reyna is using your vulnerability right away to make sure that you are not traded as well. But aside from that, like that is like how you play Reyna, right? You can pop her ultimate. This is something that you see a lot of the times with Reynas, is that they're afraid to use their abilities. Don't bait as Reyna, because you're literally useless if you're not getting kills. So if you're not the first one onto the site like every time as Reyna, you need to recognize that you are wasting all of your character's potential. That is your job to get kills. This is what the character excels at. Her ultimate makes it so she fires faster, right? That's awesome. Her E ability makes it so she goes invulnerable after killing somebody. Her Q ability makes it so she heals after killing somebody, right? You're noticing a trend here. These are all combat stats. These are all like combat benefited things, right? If you are not the first person going in on a fight as Reyna, you are playing Reyna wrong. So in this situation, and it's not like Jett where you can op or you can do like different things. This is Reyna's job. I wouldn't lurk as a Reyna. I wouldn't try to be doing like all these crazy things. I would be the entry fragger. I would be throwing these blinds in here, being the first one into the area, trying to get those kills. If you're really confident in your aim, go for it. Go play Reyna. Like, that's awesome. But like, if you're not feeling too confident in your aim, a better character for you to play that might be a little bit more useful would be somebody like Phoenix, maybe somebody like Jett. If you're still looking for the duelist here. But aside from that, that's kind of the reason that Reyna is like not as good as other characters. She doesn't really offer anything else to the team other than the kills. And then at a high level play, like even her trade potential isn't really necessarily higher. Like she'll just kind of get traded out. Aside from that, though, like the point of this guide, like I said before, it's not to teach you like the best way to play all the characters, like every single little tips and trick. It's mainly just to talk about the importance of these characters and why they're kind of useless if you're not the first one on the site, right? They lose a lot of their value if you are not the entry fragger, because the reason that their kits are fairly selfish is because their value is supposed to be getting their team on site. That is what their job is supposed to be. Just like how Brimstone's job is supposed to be smoking off these sight lines so that you're not getting opt all the time, right? A lot of people complain about ops because duelists don't have it in their kit to deal with ops. That's intended. Duelists are not supposed to be the ones challenging ops. The reason that there's smokes in the game is to deal with things like that, right? To block off these sight lines. So generally how it's gonna go is that you'll use your Brimstone or something like that to smoke a location. You'll have your duelist enter after those smokes come in, and then you will take the site. Your sage or something will come in and they'll drop their wall and stuff. That's generally going to be the order that you do things, right? So you don't want to just dry peek everything. You can use your utility to help yourself get onto site and stuff, but for the most part, you're not going to be doing everything, right? You're not intended to be doing everything. That is your job. Your job is to be the one who enters the site. It's okay if you get traded. That's fine, right? Do you think Sova is good at entry fragging? No. So Sova's not an entry fragger. Have you ever wondered why certain characters' utility will refresh the way that it goes? Let's go to a character like Phoenix, for example. When I drop Molly, we're in buy phase, so I can't drop Molly. I get another Molly after I get 2 kills. That's because I'm supposed to be fighting. I'm supposed to be getting these kills. When I play Jett, I get another dash after getting 2 kills. That's because I'm supposed to be getting a lot of kills.
30 seconds left.
I'm supposed to be getting kills as Jett, so I can actually use these dashes a lot, right? You get the double kill, you get the entry, you get the dash out, right? Look at another character, for example. Let's look at a character like Sova. We're gonna go switch to Sova. How does Sova's dart refresh? Sova's dart refreshes over time, because Sova's not supposed to be the guy getting the kills, right? He's supposed to be the guy who's generally playing back a little bit. He's not supposed to be the first one on the site. He's supposed to use his dart to help the team enter the site. So in the order of we talked about with like the information, Sova would probably be the one who gets the information first, right? So if you wanted to enter garage, say you wanted to enter garage, you're gonna shoot this dart. Maybe not that dart. You're gonna shoot this dart, and that dart's gonna land like right around there or something. And if it spots somebody in window, how are you gonna respond to this? Well, you're gonna respond by probably smoking it. Now you know that somebody's in the window, you smoke it, and now you can have your duelist entry. Now this location's smoked, your duelist comes in with the blind. He knows that nobody's in this corner or anything. He knows that nobody's over here. He knows that nobody's over here. So this is gonna be a lot easier of a clear for this duelist, making sure that you can ensure that trade. As far as Sova goes, though, he doesn't have any entry tools. He has tools to assist the entry, but he's not the entry guy himself, right? So I'm going to use this drone, say, for example. When this drone's coming in, the optimal way to do this is to have somebody following directly behind this drone, so that I can actually spot for somebody and I can use this drone. But Sova himself is not the guy who entries, right? He initiates the entry for your team, but he's not the one who entries. Like, you can fire this dart, and if that gets you information on when they're playing on site, then you drop your smokes, and then that makes it a lot easier for your duelist. It's a team game, right? You're supposed to use your utility together, and that's what like really excels with these characters. But Sova himself is not the guy who's supposed to be getting this information and then also entering the site and then also blocking off sight lines. That's not Sova's job, right? Just like how it's not really Omen's job. Omen can kind of get the job done a little bit, like in a similar fashion to how Jett would, but it's not his job. And part of that's shown by his plant denial ultimate. Not his plant denial, but like I guess that would be like diffuse denial. You can use this to like stop a bomb plan, right? Think of other duelists. What other duelist has like abilities that like really? I guess Phoenix kind of and Raze kind of, but Reyna and Jett like they don't have abilities as powerful as Sova's or Brimstone's or I don't want to say Sage, maybe Viper. Viper's, post plant. Their abilities aren't intended to be for post plant, and there was a reason for that. The reason for that is that they're supposed to be the one getting traded, so they would lose a lot of value, right, if their abilities were incredibly strong post plant. They're not supposed to be incredibly strong post plant. There's a reason for that, right? You just have to look at the character's abilities and understand like why they function the way that they do. Other than that, though, I don't really have anything to say else on Duelist. This will probably be uploaded to YouTube as like a segment. So if you guys did enjoy it, or if you like my face, then you could subscribe to the YouTube channel down below, or check us out on Twitch. We have a ton of awesome people on Twitch. You can ask me questions and stuff there. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I don't know what else to say. Oh yeah, I'm also wearing merch. So if you guys like our merch, by the way, this is one of the items. We have a lot of really cool things, so you can check those out. There'll be a link to that in the description below. Op Talk. We did the Op Talk on YouTube, so the Op Talk will probably be uploaded to YouTube as well. So if you're looking for that, you can check that out there.